Daniel, say hi to the camera. Okay. Hey everyone, good morning. I'm here with little Emmanuel. Emmanuel, say hi to the camera. Okay. And here is Sakai. Hi Sakai. We are getting ready to go downstairs to this little bakery shop downstairs. They sell pastries and coffee. And so we're gonna go down there and just get a little snack, a coffee and a bite to eat, and yeah, we'll catch up downstairs. Oh, take your shoe off. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Bien, gracias.
¡Hola, muñeco hermoso!
You wanna get out? You wanna get out to play? Yeah. You wanna play? Yeah. Okay. Let's take you off here. Yeah. Vamos. Aquí.
Se le salió el zapatito. Ve, ponelo ahí. Ve.
See that? Hey Zach, you wanna come over here? You wanna sit right here? I see you.
Te encontré.
Say ciao. 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 Ciao, ciao. Please. Okay. Okay, so I attempted to make this video in the bakery place, but you know how it goes when you have two little ones, so at least I tried. So we're just gonna go for a little walk and then we'll just continue on. But one of the things that I just really wanted to touch on, just as a mom, you know, as an expat mom, just here in Colombia, living a life in the US and then transitioning here to Colombia with 5 kids. I wanted to touch on that and how different it has been and what are the things that we have had to adjust. Let's see, let me get over this hump and I'll keep going because we don't want to fall. So it's very uphill where we're coming from, so we're walking down from our neighborhood where we live. But one of the things that has been really different has been not having a vehicle, which I know we have touched on before, is not having a vehicle and how difficult that can be sometimes, because when you're going together as a family somewhere and you don't have a vehicle, you have to squish everybody in. You have to literally like squish everybody in one car in an Uber and just hope for the best, really. I got 2 older ones, one's 5 and one's 4, and they love to fight. Every time we're in the Uber, they fight. And then of course you can't eat in the Ubers, you can't drink anything, so just really taking into consideration another person's vehicle and taking care of their car. So hola, buen día. So that has been one of the things that have been a little bit challenging to adjust to. There's sometimes a temptation of not wanting to go out as a family because of that. But I mean, we go out and as soon as we're out of the Uber, we're having a great time. So it's more just like getting that little hump and just really getting used to it and not letting discomforts stop me from enjoying life with my kids. So that's one of the things. And so I would say another thing that has been transitional for us has been not having a dryer in our apartment. So where we live now, we have a washer, but we don't have a dryer. We only have like a small little drying rack. And as most of US people, Americans, we're so used to just washing our clothes and throwing them in the dryer and just letting them sit there for days and just letting it pile up and forget about the clothes and forget that we have clothes to fold and stuff. So now I see the value of, you know, just washing clothes and drying them, not leaving them in the washer, but drying them on the rack, because if I don't dry them on the rack, you're not gonna have any clothes. Your clothes are gonna be soaking wet and you're not gonna have anything to wear. So we pretty much do laundry every single day, because every single day there's clothes to wash. Regardless of what day you choose, you still have to wash clothes. And we just do a quick load, you know, quick wash, because it's not that many. And I find that really helpful for us to just throw clothes in the washer every day so that we have clothes to wear. And I'm pretty much used to it. When, I don't know if you guys knew, but I was born and raised most of my life in Puerto Rico. And when I used to live with my mom, we didn't have a dryer either. So most of our drying happened outside. We had a string outside and we just used to hang all of our clothes outside in the balcony or in the backyard, and that was a normal for us. So it's not really something that is hard for me to adjust to. I'm just basically doing the same thing that I was taught when I was younger. So that's that. And yeah, we wash clothes every day, and especially the boys' uniforms. They wear uniforms, a white shirt and some sweatpants, and they get really dirty. They're boys, or 3 boys, that can get messy. They eat, they play, they get dirty and all that. So we do wash our clothes every day because of that, their uniforms every day, to keep them clean and keep them up to date. Now, another thing I wanted to touch on, that I noticed here in Colombia, is so interesting that I see people cleaning, like mopping sidewalks here. I've never seen anybody sweep a sidewalk or mop the sidewalk, or even like the shopping centers. So they are really big on mopping their sidewalks. They keep their city really clean, and that's something really cool that I've never seen anywhere else. So that's been really cool to experience, just them cleaning their sidewalks and mopping them and really making it a priority. A doggy, you see it? Oh, hola, buen día, ¿cómo estás? Oh my goodness. How about you? Oh, qué lindo.
Hasta luego,
Hasta luego, ciao. That was a cute little doggy. My son, he loves dogs. He gets so excited when he sees a dog. But anyways, like I was saying, yeah, they are very, very big on keeping their street cleaned, and they like to keep their city clean. And I understand that, like, it's something that I value of them, that they really care about their city. Something else that, let's see, what else? There was something else that's really interesting here. The croissants, which you guys saw that I was eating a croissant stick filled with cheese. They have tons of bakeries and pastries and just bakery shops where they sell croissants filled with all kind of stuff. You name it and it's in there. Guayaba, Nutella, cheese, chicken, pepperoni and cheese, veggies, whatever it is, it's in there. And me, myself, personally, I love croissants. So the fact that I get to eat croissants freshly baked every day makes my heart and my tummy happy. So that's something that has been really cool. They love croissants, and I think croissants, I forgot where it was originated from. I don't know if it was France or Italy, one of them. But then, like, Colombians, they found a way to make croissants in a way where you can eat it in different ways, you know, filled with, stuffing it with something. So I think it used to be stuffed with ham and cheese in the beginning, and then they started exploring like the different flavors, like jelly, chocolate, and all these creative things that they fill these palitos with. And so that's been really delicious to experience. Let's see, what's another thing that I want you guys to know? The streets here are pretty, like the sidewalks, they're not that bad to walk. It's just a lot of hills. So if you have kids, it's something to just be mindful of, because it's really high up depending on where you live. I totally forgot to mention this, and is that we don't have AC in our apartment. Now for some of you guys that's normal, but for us and my boys, well, for me it is kind of normal. Again, I lived in Puerto Rico most of my life with no AC, so I know what it is to lay in a room that's hot at night, most nights, have mosquitoes, and have a fan literally in your face because it's so hot. So here, though, even though we have no AC, the weather here is so perfect in Medellin that it feels like it's spring all year round. All we have to do is just leave our windows open. So if you leave your windows open, the air just literally flows. It flows through the entire house. We have a huge sliding door that leads to our balcony, and the air just flows. And I think because we're in the 6th floor, we're high up in the apartment complex and in the mountains a little bit, that the air just flows freely. So there's days that it's cold, and there's days that has been hot here. They say here, people in Medellin say that's very rare for it to get really hot here. The common weather here will be rain almost every single day, and kind of like a cool weather. So today it's kind of cloudy. It's been one of those days where it's a little bit more cooler than super hot. But sleeping with no AC is normal here, and it's not something that will be needed just because of the weather all year round. Now when we first got here, oh, look at these dogs. Hola. Permiso.
Vamos.
These hills are high up. I'm tired. It's a good workout though with the baby and all that. But okay, needless to say, the first week that we got here, we did stay at an Airbnb that had AC. All rooms had AC, and that was good. That was like a good transition last time being in the house with AC. And so this girl needs to take a break. So yeah, so that place had an AC, but now we don't have an AC, so that's something that we have to adjust to as well. There's been days, well, mostly nights, where the boys have been complaining that they're hot and that they want AC and all of that, and I just really have to encourage them, really give them some perspective and explain to them why is it so important to be thankful and grateful for the things that you have today, because there are people all around the world that don't have the commodities that they have, that we have. And so I was explaining today, like, see, like when we were in Texas and in the United States, you had AC. You didn't even have to think about having AC because the weather, the temperature was always right inside the house, inside the home. But now that they don't have that, they can see now that, wow, I don't have AC now. Now I'm hot, and now I'm thinking about AC, and I wish I had AC right now, but I don't. And so just really teaching them gratitude and instilling gratitude in their hearts. So now they're able to grow in the character of contentment as they're experiencing nights where it's hot or nights that it's a little bit cooler. We don't have a thermostat where we can just control the temperature in our home. So that's something that that I'm really thankful that we're getting to teach them here in Colombia, is just character of contentment and of gratitude. Another thing that's really cool here is that just like they have in the United States, like DoorDash, Uber Eats and all that, they have this thing here called Rappi. Rappi is the same thing as DoorDash. They provide the same services. You need bread, eggs, whatever it is, you literally just order it from whatever store, and then they drop it off to your house. So that's something that's really cool. We've used that a lot, honestly, because we don't have a vehicle, and so having to get on a car constantly, on an Uber, sorry, constantly to go get food and come back when you need something really quick, sometimes the most convenient thing is to just order from Rappi, call it a day. Of course, like, the pesos here compared to US dollars is very much of a difference, so it's not really that much. So we really only use Rappi if we really need it, and if we need dinner and we don't feel like cooking, or there wasn't enough food that our cook made for the weekend, then we order Rappi, because it's the rapidest, like, it's the fastest way to get food and the things that you need quickly. Rápido. So another thing is that hopping in an Uber is not even that expensive either. It's usually $1 and like 24 cents, depending on where you're going to. So it's not even that expensive. Sometimes we go in a car, we drive for 5-7 minutes, and it's $1, like, and that's it. I'm always like blown away. So that is why we choose to ride an Uber. And we tried the Metro bus, and we just gotta figure out the routes, honestly, because we took it not too long ago over the weekend, and there's a lot of people on the Metro bus, and it stopped everywhere except where we live, and we got dropped off at the station, the Metro station, where everybody needs to go to where they need to go. So there's a lot of different ways of transportation here, so that's really cool. Hola. Oh. Another thing that I learned here is that I've had tons of moms, tons of women. I mean, every time they see us with 5 kids anywhere, they are jaw-dropping. They're like about to like have a heart attack. They don't understand how I have 5 kids. I look so young, and that I look good, that I take care of myself. And one of the common words that I hear often is the word guapa. Now, guapa, to me and my vocabulary, from my understanding, means like you're very attractive, you know? But then I kept hearing this lady say, "You are so guapa, tú eres guapa, 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 mujer guapa." I'm like, I don't think she's saying what I think she's saying, because that day I was not looking guapa like I would think. And so I looked it up really quickly, because I was just like, what does this word mean? Why do these women keep saying that word? I looked it up, and in the Colombian dictionary or whatever, it means strong woman. Like, you're just a woman of strength, you're strong, you're capable. And so a lot of women here consider a woman that has multiple children to be guapa, a woman of strength, and just that is strong. And so they really admire that. They admire the fact that there's a young woman that's raising 5 children and just looks the way she does. I don't know, I don't know why the focus is like how they look, but that's what they keep saying. It's really interesting. So that has been something really cool that I've been learning here. They really admire big families. Here in Colombia, the maximum children that they usually have is 1 to 2 kids per couple. They don't see it having more than that. And so I came across people where they said, yeah, you just don't see big families anymore. That's like a old thing that has passed already. That's not something that you see today. And so we're bringing that, and we're just bringing the design of God's family, because God has a big family, right? God has all creation. He has peoples from every nation, every tribe, every language, every tongue. And so God designed family. And so that was God's idea, to create family. And so that's the same thing that we carry. And so if anybody is discouraging you from having any more children, I would say to always go to God's word and see what he says. What does he think about a big family? And just go from there, really, because a family was God's design, and it was his idea to create family for his glory. And so when I think that whenever people see our family, they're seeing a little bit of God's design, God's glory, because they see family, they see unity, they see love, they see generations. So don't let nobody discourage you from having a big family, and just listen to God rather than people, because that's what's gonna take you far. You listen to people, you're gonna walk in fear. You listen to God, you're gonna walk with a sound mind, and you're gonna be confident because God told you, he created you, and he has a plan for your life. So as you see now, we're in the elevator because that walk was tiring. We're headed back to the room now and to our apartment, and we're just gonna hydrate and get some water. But before I do that, I want to finish out the video with one more thing. I have a few notes that I have taken on my phone. Let me see it. Where's my phone at? that I wanted to touch on, but I think I pretty much touched on everything that I wanted to mention to you guys. Let me see. Oh, they have this whole recycling system. Here, they take recycling super serious. Like, they have a trash can for everything here. They got like 3, 4, 5 trash cans. One's for recycling things, papers, this, that. One's for cans, one's for bottles, one's for pure trash, one's for, I mean, you name it, they have a trash can for every single thing. And there is a reason for that. I haven't done my research, need to go do that. But yes, in our house, we recycle. We have 2 trash cans, one for trash, one for recycling, and they are very serious about just having, everywhere you go, this is not just in the apartments, like even in the streets, they have trash cans where it's for recycling, and that's how they take care of their city, of the earth. And yeah, it's just really interesting how they do their recycling system in here. Let me see if I can find something really quick, because that to me is super interesting. And if every state and every country did this, I wonder what could be the benefits of it. But I think it's just about eliminating waste, like a lot of waste, and so reducing waste and all of that. And Medellin is known for its greenery. Like, if you're here and you come here, you'll notice that it's like you're in a big forest, because everything is surrounded by trees and nature and bushes, and everything is like a forest here, and like just birds and mountains. So that's how they keep their city, Medellin, clean. You can do more research on that on the internet. They have more things, but look how pretty it is, just like right here from our apartment. We just got here to the 6th floor. Look how green, look at the mountains. It's just gorgeous. Like, why wouldn't I want to take care of this place? It's so pretty. But anyways, all right, I think we come to the end of this video. If you liked it, just, you can't see me, just click the like button and subscribe to our channel to just learn more about our family that is here living in Colombia with 5 kids, 5 boys under 5, and just join on the adventure. See ya.